bearded mouth. Welcome to episode 100. Okay, bud, you make the 1, I'll make a 0. Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
No, it should be this way.
Yeah.
There we go. Ah, shit.
We did it. So, look at that. Fantastic. We finally hit the big 1-0-0.
Century. That's what's up.
That's what's up. No fireworks, nothing special because we're down to earth
You
guys.
could just superimpose.
You know, we're super cool.
You think we have a budget? Come on.
Superimpose things. What are you talking about, man? Maybe I'll put that Wolverine. Let's go, bub.
Let's go, bub.
Put that in. All right, so episode 100 of Flavourful Reviews. So, first book on episode 100 of Flavourful Reviews is issue 3 of East of West. We reviewed issue 3 because not really much came out, and we're like, might as well continue. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it, man.
No, you're not feeling this?
No.
I'm feeling it.
There's a lot of cool, interesting things happening in it, but
Everything's just too vague. I don't care.
I agree with you. A lot of things are vague, and like a lot of things, it seems, oh well, they'll explain this in good time, but at the same time,
It's like
I'm not sure about
it
that.
just feels like they're
issues.
telling the same thing in circles over and
Yeah.
over again. You know where it's kind of gonna go,
Oh my God.
and you knew where it was kind of gonna go from the first issue, and it's still like
Like,
treading
you
the
could have read
ground.
the first issue, skipped the second, read the third, and still know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Kinda. I
nothing's
feel like I'm reading an
happening.
introductory issue almost every time. Which, like,
Nothing's happening.
it's okay. Like, it's a good book. I just...
I don't know. I think Jonathan Hickman writes for trades, so then when you're reading the trade, you're like, oh, what happens next? What happens next? And then you're like, yeah. So monthlies, you're like, yeah. I don't know. Because, like, Manhattan Projects, good.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, it's a trade.
No, it's good, but
Yeah.
I'm just trying
So this one, okay, so Death is like, I'm going to get my wife back. His wife is the chick.
It's going to the house of
Mao.
Mao.
And so then the kids are like, let's go find them. Skippity-doo-boo-doo. And then they go to a bar, and the bartender's like, yo, can't serve minors. And they're like,
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing we did last time we were here.
it's like, the Globe shows up, and he's like some guy. I didn't understand what that was.
What?
He was like a guy. He was like a special dude, the bartender.
Well, yeah, he was part of that weird service business. Yeah, see, that's
see?
just
I
another
don't know.
thing they don't really explain.
Yeah, I don't think any of this stuff is ever really going to truly be explained.
And it kind of just makes it feel all too convenient.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, this guy has a secret underground bar basement, and it also can tell him where Death is so the kids can find him.
Yeah. And his eye comes out. I was like, what's up with the eye? I don't know.
And, like, what's the confrontation finally going to be like when the other horsemen meet up with Death, finally? Like, they're just a step behind all the time.
Hopefully it's going to be cool. Although, I must admit, I am excited to see what happens when he goes into that Mao's place and just, like, Shorty.
I'm really excited to just see stuff explained. I don't know when it will be explained,
Yeah.
but if it does, it will be cool.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be...
Yeah.
I'm still excited is what I'm trying to say.
On the whole, not feeling it.
I was feeling better about it until I was... like the typical imperialistic kind of Chinese Eastern look to it. Like once that's crept in a little bit more, I don't dig it as much. It's a Western in the East. Like
That's true. What, East of West?
Yeah.
Waggity,
shoot.
waggity-doo.
But like I don't know. I don't. The weird robot thing that was like jetting up the stairs and then got on a
No,
motor.
he
That
was like a
pretty
guy in
cool.
a suit.
Yeah, but
He's
like
a messenger.
I thought he was like flying.
It's
He gets on a motorbike. And
It's like Mega Man Zero when you like fight those
point,
guys.
yeah.
Does he even know?
Which guys are you even talking
Mega Man Zero, man.
Yeah, I know Mega
Like
Man.
basically every enemy. in the
Okay,
game.
the X-clone
What
thing.
a guy! What a guy! Up next, we have Kick-Ass number 3, issue
The
number
first
1.
issue.
3.1.
Back to
No,
it
not
again.
3.1, just 3, 1. So, Hit Girl off of her thing, Hit Girl,
Her spin-off.
she gets arrested apparently
Mm-hmm.
and sent to jail, leaves a whole bunch of notes saying, oh, jailbreak me, I got
I've done all the work for you guys. Just prepare and do it.
And they're like, yeah, let's do it. And they get to the jail and they're like, whoa, we can't do it.
We can't do this. And then let's not do anything for the remainder of this book.
Pretty much, man. It was an introduction, and it's an introduction to a series that already exists, and you're like, I don't need to know anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It was just nothing happened, sadly. And it wasn't even as witty as
I thought it was pretty funny this
used
time,
to be.
but mostly because nothing else happens.
All the humor derived from them doing something superhero-like, but then the dialogue being like, "Oh, you guys are losers," and like, "Haha, yeah, it's true."
Yeah,
that's it. That's
and
it.
still nobody taking them seriously.
Yeah, and it's like, dude.
It's like,
even when they do some cool stuff, they figure out how to, or they coordinate it so the lights turn off and then it turns back on again. They're all there, ready to beat up people. But it's like, dogs, don't do that. I have to reset the breakers every time you do that.
Yeah,
and it's funny, but it's like, after all this time...
You're clutching for something that isn't, it's not that funny, there's not a good enough payoff. And then, that whole 3 or 4 pages at the graveyard.
Yeah.
We're just, oh man, doesn't this look so cool?
I actually kind of hated him for that.
Yeah, I was this is terrible.
Your dad is dead, and he's taking pictures.
He's like, how brooding do I look? Oh, what if I just take
Yeah, it was lame, man.
It was, why? Didn't need this issue.
I liked the character, especially from the first thing, the first book, and now it's just like, man, you're a douche.
Yeah,
it's true.
Can't even save your friend who put all this effort, not just into saving you a billion times, but even to help her escape.
It's like, I get it. You're having fun playing superhero, and all this inner monologuing stuff doesn't really help at this stage of the series.
Yeah, it's like you already this is the 4th in the Kick-Ass series, and it's I don't know,
it's not bad.
I
just
the feeling
was expecting more.
That what this book is gonna do is he's gonna shit around being a superhero, and then at the end he's gonna realize, oh man, I haven't been acting like a true hero, and then he goes.
But wasn't that the realization every other book?
Yeah.
Even in this book, he's saying that.
How is he still a pussy after everything he's done? How is he still
and acknowledging it within the context of this issue, and then still doing nothing?
I don't get it.
Really.
I just don't get it. It's like he hasn't matured through 4.
Yeah, it's commentary on us. We keep all saying that we should be doing something with our lives, and then
or it's
we're all lazy.
He does change, but then it reverts by the next book.
Yeah.
I am not impressed, Mark Miller.
Yeah, it's like before you go to bed and man, tomorrow is going to be a great day. I'm going to change everything.
Except he's living that.
Yeah, we're living it, man.
And what about the art? Did you like the art?
Yeah,
fun. John Romita Jr. He's good in this kind of stuff. Superheroes not so much, but...
And again,
the realistic
he's got a lot
punching.
of cramped panels with a lot of faces on them.
Oh, you really got this issue, these faces.
They just look at the weird heads and the forehead.
Yeah, especially the last panel with the gangsters. I was like, when that happened, I was like, I don't care.
They had weird shapes.
Oh, they're gonna beat him up?
Yeah, they had guns to his head. I was like,
they're gonna shoot him?
This is what, the second time this is at? Or not even, this is the umpteenth time this is happening.
Maybe this is he's gonna get
where he gets in
crap
over his
kicked out
head
of him.
And gets beat up or tortured.
Yeah, then all the team has to come together and then do the heist, do the caper, fake mustaches, get in the prison, bust hit girl out. That's the next issue.
Would have been nice if this series was just them literally preparing and then them rescuing her and payoff. Boom.
There you go. And big epic battle at the end and you're done.
Yeah.
You were done. Done.
Paper.
Right?
Yeah. That's all I want.
You'll get it, Nick. Follow. Are you picking up second issue now?
I can't.
Yeah,
Great.
probably not. Whoa, dude. I'll watch the Inevitable movie when that comes up.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. But up next we have Series 9 of our Age of Ultron finishing. Yes, issue 9 of Age of Ultron. We're coming off of that huge explosion business that happened. Where Wolverine was like, let's go, bub. And then the explosion is like, nah. And he's like, bub.
That's pretty much what happened.
That's a recap of. Then there's some goat Doctor Dooms that show up.
Yeah.
So this one, Wolverine is like, man, this was a terrible idea. Everything went wrong. And then
I know. I'll go back in and do it differently.
Yeah, and Tony Stark's like, you're an idiot, stop doing this. And
I
he's
like the
You're
monologuing
killing-
about like time is a living, breathing organism.
And what happens when it dies.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
And like it got me really deep into this book. I was enjoying it until
you got sucked in.
Yeah.
And then, so Wolverine goes back in time with his silly costume. He's like, all white, or all yellow, and he's like, bub.
He's like, this is all.
And then he goes up
had.
to, what's her name, Sue Storm, and he's like, let's go, bub. Doesn't snap her neck, but
Just kind of knocks her out of it.
knocks her out, goes, and he's like, yo, Wolverine, I'm you from the future. And he's like, you're me.
Where'd you get that costume? Why are you wearing that?
Yeah. So,
Doesn't matter.
so they're talking about how they shouldn't let Hank Pym... They should let him continue,
Yeah.
but change it a
somehow-
little
yeah.
bit.
Some
With like some
contingency has to be
kind of
put
like
in.
virus or like a button or something. And Hank Pym's like, dog, I can do that. I'm good.
I'll work in a button.
It was.
Buttons.
What if we like press the thing and then it was like I'm alright.
Takes out a console with just big round buttons and just goes nuts on it.
Yeah.
What if he made like
I
a
love
cosmic
this.
blender that just made juice and everybody was happy? Like what?
Cosmic blender.
It's just as dumb as the button that stops Ultron from destroying him.
Pretty much, man. So yeah, so there's a whole bunch of like, hey man, don't kill him. Okay. What are we gonna do next? I don't know. Go back in time. Okay.
Do everything you're gonna do, even though you don't know what you're doing, but then do it different.
Do it so that nobody gets hurt, but they're allowed to get hurt. But buttons?
So then Wolverine goes back to his own time, and the other
Another
Wolverine.
Wolverine also.
Other Wolverine has like blood on his claws. I don't know if he.
No,
he
they
kills-
both went
yeah.
to the cave and they're like, okay, so which one of
can't-
us gets to live?
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
And
that's
then
what happened.
Our Wolverine.
what do you think was the
yeah.
cover for?
How do you kill Wolverine?
Because he said you know where to do it.
They know the secret
Yeah,
technique.
they know the secret. It's the butt.
He's
like-
Sue Storm walks in. What the hell? He's like, oh no!
You're not supposed
Yeah.
to see this. You know how to kill me.
And he just pulls it out. He's like, he wanted to go, bub. I'm sorry. Okay, so now
Yeah.
that makes more sense. That's actually very beautiful that happened.
It was so nonchalant
That was
though.
very
Just like,
beautiful.
which one of us? Me. Okay.
Wait, hasn't Wolverine's body like been disintegrated? I don't understand.
He knows the way.
Yeah,
But
only
his
they know.
body's been-
Only they know.
I assume it has to do with the brain.
What? I don't know, whatever, dude.
Maybe
but
he
his
doesn't-
body can't decompose now. It's just a dead body there forever.
Just a dead splayed out.
Well, if the brain doesn't work, then it won't tell the body to regenerate. So
But
So he
hasn't-
just needed to sever the brainstem. That's it.
somehow.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Anyways, so then Sue Storm's like, "Oh, what'd you do?" He's like, "I went with him, bub." And then
I said, "Let's go, bub." He's like, "All right,
It's
bub."
like it's time to go. Bub.
And then we went, bub.
And then.
and then it cuts to Hank Pym. And he's like, "Squaw, screw you,
I've
squaw."
done it. And then.
And his
Ultron's
robot is like a parrot?
Yeah.
Why is he squawking like a parrot?
I don't know, man.
It's like a robot parrot.
Master, you are my daddy's
he calls him
work.
daddy.
Yeah.
Or dad. He's like, "You don't need to plug me in." That's like a sex thing. He's like, "I'm already turned on, daddy. You don't
Bub.
you don't need to turn me on." Ouch.
I like how you turn me.
Hello, Smithers. You're quite good.
I
And
turn
quite
me.
on.
Yeah, so Hank Pym like makes an Ultron kind of thing, but he doesn't with a
Looks
button.
like
There's buttons involved.
Yeah.
Overall,
And then turn the page. Next cover apparently is just a giant war with some weird Ultron looking things.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Press that button.
So,
Press that button.
are you excited for the end finale at 10?
I guess.
Yeah, they really didn't set up anything like
No.
awesome for it. There wasn't no cliffhanger. He's like, yeah, I'm excited to see that. They're
It's
just
like,
like,
oh,
The
super weak
cliffhanger was
robot.
a squawking Ultron
Yeah, it's
bot
like,
that
what?
looked like a heater.
yeah, with a mouth. It was almost like, you guys read The Dark Tower? The Dark Tower, you're like, there's this like king guy, this like evil king, and you're like so jacked to meet him, and then by the end of the book, like literally 7 books later, he's like just this old man on a tower throwing rocks, and you're just like, what just happened? You're like,
It's literally like
it's
Hank
like-
Pym is just
it's-
interned or something, and
It's just
this
that.
robot is just like spraying people with hoses. She's like, you can't.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'd be fine with like that'd be.
I don't know, we'll see.
I was excited halfway through this book for what was coming, and then that whole. I'm just pressing button.
Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, after buttons.
That was pretty ridiculous.
Could have been something.
Alright, so we've come to the end of episode 100. Craziness. So last week's question we asked you what superhero would have a good short story collection. And we got a couple of cool comments. Can't read them all because apparently this stupid card doesn't want to have a lot of stuff in it.
Keep blaming technology.
I will.
Blame it on technology.
Okay, I will. So we have Tesla165. He says an Impossible Bear and a cat bug adventure.
That could actually happen.
Featuring
I want it to happen.
Gas-powered sticks and tacos. Want that to happen. CoolCat036 wants an Aquaman story where they're all kids and it features bullying because everyone hates Aquaman.
And bullying.
Right? And Superman becomes his only friend. Soups. We got 18 PTH, which we learned is protest the hero buns. Sweater, bun shirt.
Birthday
It's got his face on it. It's got Buns' face on it.
They got it for me.
It's crazy. He's got his face. He
made me wear it.
He says he'd like to see a bunch of short stories about Marceline and the Ice King before
they can make a comic of this.
Right?
This can happen.
Right? The Last of Us becomes Adventure Time.
Exactly.
Why?
Right?
Why not?
Brent J. Keller says, congrats, thank you very much. We should switch places. Impossible. Can't
Impossible.
do it.
We can do that now.
No.
No.
But he'd also like to see a feel-good story about the Kingpin and the Blob trying to lose weight. The emotions
Not
and
gonna happen.
struggles.
Hilarious.
Not gonna happen. Dude, it
As
happens.
impossible as us cheating spots.
Spillsbury1947 wants to see Frank Castle, Punisher, and the Gummy Bears, and they're just solving mysteries or reporting Social Security fraud.
Just like, hey, don't do it.
And he did that such things on a tortoise of intergalactic
Higher dimensions.
I'm sorry. And finally, DeResi wants to see Alfred Pennyworth in his short stories when he's not helping Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
With, like, dollars worth. He's, like, his rival. Like,
Of another, like, millionaire.
Worth.
he's like, I get you dollars worth. So this week's question is, how do you think Age of Ultron 10, how do you think the whole thing is going to end? Yeah, crazy, eh?
I don't know.
The person who gets the closest to it, they're actually going to win something this time. I know, right? It's crazy.
You can't do that.
So it's crazy.
You're out
We're
of your mind.
crazy here. What you win is a digital copy of every single Age of Ultron book, plus the tie-ins. I know stuff we didn't even read. You're getting that. You're getting digital copies because we're cheap and can't send out
And you
books
get more
to you.
direct. Comes to you almost instantly
Yeah.
once you win.
And you get that
Wait.
cool guided view, and you're like,
That's true.
ooh, I'm having so much fun
Turn
right
on my
now.
Double tap on that panel.
I'm having so much fun right now.
I'm reading comics.
That's what I do when I read digital comics.
That's what's up.
Okay, so why the crazy big thing? Because, sadly, Buns, Flavourful...
Okay. I know.
Flavourful Views will be ending once Age of Ultron is done. So was it like issue 10 on
Issue
the
10, yeah, on the
January,
19th.
June 19th,
June
I think it
19th.
comes out. That'll be our last broadcast from Stadium Comics,
And pretty much anywhere.
and tears
Yeah.
will be shed. But never fear, everybody. I'm developing a new show to put on this channel. These dudes might show up on it.
We hang out.
Maybe.
You know, so.
We all live in geographical convenience.
Right?
We'll
Convenient
probably
right?
appear at some
So
point.
basically, it's like, we got Buns, Nick. They got adult jobs. They got big boy jobs. I smoke a lot of crack.
A lot of crack cocaine.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's just it's becoming it's tough. It's tough.
You
to
know,
keep
that
going.
everything has a moment in time.
Every rose has its thorn. Yeah.
But it's been
But-
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been,
There's still another episode, so
Honestly,
you can,
never thought we'd go this far.
yeah.
no,
I don't think next week Age of Ultron doesn't come out, so we won't have an episode next
taking a week off.
Yeah, week off. But when Age of Ultron does come back, we will be back, and then that'll be the last episode. So it'll be like a 100.1, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultron, spectacular.
Yeah.
All
Cool.
Ultron all the time.
Yeah.
Except for when it ends, in which case, never,
Never again.
Well, that's okay.
Just like us.
That's okay. But
Alright.
yes, tell us how much you hate us. Tell us how much...
Because you only have 2 more weeks to do it.
Right?
How glad
So-
you are that we will be gone forever.
I know.
And how you never watched the show except for that episode.
But it's
in
okay.
which-
It's okay. We'll be back with a new show. Maybe not these guys, but I'll be back.
Ricky will be here.
You can't get away from
He'll
me.
always be here.
Nah.
He works in the store.
That's
You
true,
can't
that's
get
true.
away from him.
Now, so, ending off episode 100. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3.
Flavourful
Flavorful
styles.
Think people are going to like cry?
Nope.
Nah.